Hello everyone, this is Captain Raven, and today we're taking a look at the Heroes of Might and Magic 7 beta. And every time I try to record this video I say the name wrong, but at this point I don't even care anymore. I don't care that they renamed the game to Might and Magic Heroes 7 whatever. It's Heroes of Might and Magic, no matter what way you call it. Anyways, yeah, this game is in, I think, closed beta right now because not everyone can play it. But a good friend of mine gave me a beta key and I thought I'd take a look at it. I have played this game a couple of, maybe an hour or 1.5. Nah, probably not even that much before, so I had a look at this game, so I'm not completely surprised by anything that happens, I hope. And I just wanted to show you what the game is all about. This should be especially interesting for you if you have played the Heroes games before, so yeah. The first thing that I would like to do is take a look at the options menu, because as this is a beta, it's, I think, or apart from whether it's a beta or not, the first thing that I always do in video games is enter the options menu and take a look at what I can play with. So I can report that the options menu looks pretty good. There's really not much else I would add. You have a lot of options that you can turn on or off. Okay, that was pretty obvious, that one. There's one thing that I found missing, and that would be the anti-aliasing option, which is modeled together with one of these options probably. I guess it's under the post-process quality because it's often handled or put together with these options. It would be great if you could turn that on or off on your own. I'm pretty sure you can do so anyway via your driver settings from the desktop, but that is fiddly, and you shouldn't have to do that if you really wanted to disable that option. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy that they added several languages, or they did not yet add them, but I'm pretty sure that they will add these when the game is out, so otherwise these options do not make any sense. Apart from that, looks good. What I can say right off the bat is that the performance of the game is not really awesome. I have tried it on the maximum settings that we see here that I'm using for this video, and I've tried it on the lowest settings, and while it ran better on the lowest settings, it did still not run really nice. It is not so much game breaking because the game is turn-based, but still it could be nicer. But that is the thing that they might improve on during the beta. I would certainly hope so. But apart from that, it's okay, it's playable, you'll see. Sound options look fine because you have several different sliders for different audio settings. This is always nice to see in comparison to games that only have a, I don't know, master sound volume, and you cannot mix your own volume settings, because sometimes if the voiceover of a game is really good, I really like to put down the other sounds to about 50% and just have the voice volume be more in the room and more there, you know. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but anyway, a graphical user interface, there's a lot here you can turn on or off as well. You can configure your speed with which you can pan about the adventure map, and the same with the mouse. You can you can read these options yourself. These look really nice. Gameplay options, these two are important, and you also have access to those during the game, because these can speed up the game, the combat and the movement on the adventure map itself. You can also skip animations during the battle and stuff like that, or disable the cool cam, or just have it half of the time, have it enabled just half of the time. Let's try that. This is really nice and also really important if you know the Heroes games, because while the animations look nice, if you are really into a match at the moment, you don't want to see all the animations, as cool as they might be. You don't want to see them every time you attack. You just want to get over it with a fight and just keep playing. And last but by no means least, you can rebind pretty much any function in the game and rebind all the keys, which is really nice, and also unfortunately not always the case for strategy games like this. So options menu is definitely a plus for the game. Extras is nothing important or nothing interesting. This brings up a Uplay website, which is like, we don't go there. I have no idea what codes you can redeem and the credits. I'm not interested in the credits right now because we haven't seen the game yet. So let's start a single player game. So in the beta you can play single player and multiplayer. I'm not going to start a multiplayer game because I'm probably not going to be able to finish that while the beta lasts, because the beta just runs till tomorrow, I think. So maybe even just this evening. So let's get this video on the way. There are 4 different maps you can choose from. You have the Bad Neighbors, that's a small map. You have Fire and Blood for 3 players. There's a large map. Irresponsible War for 8 players, which is bloody huge. And the Dried Lands, which is a 4-player map. And I think we're gonna try the Dried Lands map for now, because I've already played the Bad Neighbors map, which is a small map. Oh, you know what? Let's do the Bad Neighbors map so you can see what a small map is, and then you can from that... I don't know. You know what? Let's do the Dried Lands, because this has more, or at least 2 different terrain settings, which should be more interesting. And this is the lobby where you can choose your faction. We're going to play as Haven because I've played as this faction before. Oh, you know what? Let's do something. Let's do something that brings me off topic and makes me question anything in the world. Let's play as Dungeon. I have no idea exactly what Dungeon could be. And let the other players be the other factions, so we have a chance to see all the factions in action. Also, I've tried out position 1. Position 1 is boring, so let's try to play on position 3, because I hope that this... Oh, can we see on the map which position? No, we cannot. Because I hope that position 3 will put us somewhere in the desert, because I haven't seen that yet. So, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. All positions are filled with players, and let's keep them at normal. I'm absolutely crap at Heroes games, but that includes Heroes of the Storm, by the way. But I think this should be more fun, because we're not going to finish the game anyway, because Heroes matches take bloody forever. So let's just start the game and stop talking. Or not stop talking altogether, but at least start the game and tell you or show you what it's about. The thing is, I wanted to do a video on this beta because to be honest, I wanted to poop on the game and tell you how bad it is. The thing is that I haven't really found anything, or not really a major flaw with the game. It is a good Heroes game, so I'm going to try to make a better point of that when the game has actually started. Loading times when you start the match for the first time can be a little bit low, but I think that's alright, because once you're in the game, it's alright. Turn off player 2. Oh, okay, so we're not even starting the game because we're at position 3 or 4. But we actually start in the desert, which is really cool. We have to wait until we can move. So this faction is completely new to me, and I have no idea. Well, not completely new. I think I've played it in the other games, but anyway. The Week of Might and Magic. Mana cost of all spells in combat are halved. Creatures dealing non-magical damage get additional +5 attack. That sounds great for the first week. I have no idea. Right from the start, I really like this chasm here. This looks cool. And this is our hero, who seems to be a Minotaur. And Darkstorm, I'm pretty sure, is a hero that was in Heroes 5. And I think also Heroes 3. Although I'm not super sure of that. But anyway. yeah, I just started playing without explaining what the game is all about. So we picked up a gold chest, and we could either get the money and get 1,500 gold, which we don't really need right now, or we can spend it on. I think the old games explained it with that you give away the money to poor people and get experience points by that, which I have no idea of how that works, but it works. So we get 1,500 experience points instead of the gold, which is, in my opinion, a good choice for the beginning. Let's enter our home city, so I can show you the new city screen of the newest Heroes of Might and Magic game. And I have to say, this is the first time that I see the dungeon city screen. This looks really, really nice. Someone really knew how to paint this. Okay, that sounded weird. I really like this whole screen. But I have to say, if I go out into the game now, I am not sure if it fits the graphic style of the game at all. It's weird because I know that in Heroes 5, which was the first Heroes of Might and Magic game that was in 3D, they had a completely three-dimensional city screen, which looked really, really nice. I'm not sure what they did in Heroes 6. I think there was some kind of, what would you call it, spout or some, people were upset, I think, because in Hero 6 there was no city screen in this sense, no nice picture and no 3D animations or something like that, but just a screen where you could recruit new creatures, and people didn't like that. I'm not quite sure if they added city screens with an add-on or something like that, but so this seems like a compromise between Heroes 5 and 6, if I remember 6 correctly, where you have the two-dimensional city screens, as we had them also in Heroes 3, but in a different art style. But anyways, that's enough talking. Let's click on the one building that we have, because if you don't know the Heroes game, as I said, it's a turn-based, what would you call it? Strategic role-playing game, I guess. And you have a city to manage, and you have a hero, or you can also have several heroes. And you also, these heroes always have an army attached to them. So this is basically the bare basics of the game, and each day you can build a building, and without having any idea what these are, I would say we build a shadow arena, because that is a creature building, which can be seen by this arrow-like thing. Also there's a creature shown on the picture, and just now I noticed that that is a woman with a hood, because for some reason I saw this as a fish-like creature. You know, this is here the forehead, and here the snout, and here the eye, but I did... Anyways, maybe I'm just blind. So because we built that building, we can recruit 19 stalkers for this week. So as I said, turn-based role-playing game, and each turn is one day in the week. So we are at turn 1, and after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns or days, a new week rolls over, just like in real life. And every week you can recruit more creatures. As you can see, next week 19 more stalkers will be there for us to recruit. So after we've bolstered our army, we can... Those look like an awful lot of enemies, but... Oh god, those look like a really awful lot of enemies. So I wanted to engage in the very first fight, but... You know what? YOLO, let's do it. Because fights in this game, or combat, is also turn-based. I'm not going to do the quick combat. We're going to do it manually. And I'm not quite sure, I totally skipped Heroes of Might and Magic 6, so I'm not quite sure if that was possible there as well. But in this game you can move around your creatures before the battle starts to rearrange them on the battlefield. And I know for a fact that in Heroes 3 and 5 you had to have a specific skill, or your hero had to have a specific skill to be able to do that. Apparently in this game all the heroes can do that. So let's start the game. We're going to fight against 3 unit batches of whatever these are, fairy creatures or something like that. what are these? Can I do a right click? Pixies. Okay, that's basically fairies, so we have to deal with these pixies. We have a minotaur, which looks really cool, but he's just one. We have 5 troglodytes. Oh, they brought back the troglodytes. Those are awesome. Also, they look much more intimidating than in Heroes 3. And we have our stalkers, which look like a demon hunter from Diablo 3. So let's attack. No, before we attack, I've learned this basically the hard way. Our hero has a special attack like in Heroes 5, but he can also, if he has spells, he actually has spells. We can cast a weakness spell upon these pixies and they will be weakened before you attack them. That looks really good. Nice. Oh, we can attack twice. I'm not quite sure what I missed there, why we can attack twice, but anyway, that's cool. The stalkers should be able to... What kind of weak of might magic? Shrouded, can walk through any other creature. That's nice. Oh, we can see... Oh, okay. The Minotaur can retaliate before it gets hit. That might be why we could attack twice. Darkstalkers. Why do I call them Darkstalkers? Darkstalkers is a game as far as I know. But they are ranged units, which are always nice to have in a Heroes of Might and Magic army. And the troglodytes should finish the pixies up. Nice. Now the troglodytes look way too cool. They should look less cool, because troglodytes are basically I don't know, they were kind of cool but jokey units in Heroes 3. The Minotaur, however, is really rocking. Okay, so that was good morale, so we can attack twice. Maybe I've just missed the good morale on the other units. Last chance for hero action, so let's attack with our hero. Because that doesn't cost us a turn, this just takes up a hero action. Turn 3. This should be good. So we didn't lose a single unit. Turns out I was worrying for nothing before this fight. So we defeated the pixies, we gained experience points, and we can gather the resources that we freed. More experience points, that's nice. Darkstorm leveled up. I think I've also, I've missed one level up. This is the new skill system that they thought of for this game, and I have to say I think I really like that. In previous Heroes games, usually when you leveled up you got an automatic window where you had to choose between, what was it, 2 or 3? I think 2 different skills, and you had to choose one of those, and those skills were presented to you in a random fashion, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure they you could somehow alter that random number generation, but the game just told you, look, you can have this skill or you can have this skill, and now choose, and that was all you could do. And this time you have much more freedom and much more choice when it comes to your skills. So I'm also completely overwhelmed by this. As far as I understood it, you can put skill points into one of these 3 already learned skill trees or parts or pie pieces, whatever you would call them. You can also unlock new ways of or new skill trees. Let's just call them skill trees. I don't have another word for it. And you can skill up until you reach one of these really awesome skills in the middle. For example, coordination. If the first action of a friendly creature in a combat round is a not retaliated attack, it gets a second free attack on the same target instantly. Depending on your creatures and your army, this is a really awesome skill, which is why it's called a master ability. But you would have to spend at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skill points to get it, because you have to pay 1 skill point to unlock this tab and another skill point to choose one of the circle abilities in it. None of this is called circle abilities, but I'm pretty sure you got my point here. So right now let's see what kind of skill we actually want to take. All friendly heroes in this town's area of control get plus might, plus 1 damage to melee creatures, or plus 2 to ranged creatures. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to take. Confusion, no. Smoke bomb, no. Mephitic scent. Friendly creatures with shrouded deal 1 dark damage. No, that's too complicated. Let's just go with more damage for the archers. Nice. Let's take the offense expert skill again, and you see how it works. Basically, my explanation probably sounded way too complicated for this. You can just spend skill points until you reach the skills that you want to have, and that's it for leveling up. Nice. This neutral army is deadly because, oh my god, those are a lot of enemy archers. So let's go this way instead, because that is not a good idea. And let's end the turn. And basically that is all there is to say about the Heroes beta, to be honest. I have to say the graphics are nice. As I said, the performance is bearable. It's okay. You can play the game. It's no problem. But it would be cool if it was better. I think really the worst thing that I can say about this game at the moment from my from the about 1 hour that I spent with the beta is that if you have played other Heroes games and are not quite sure why you should play this new one, that I couldn't tell you why you should play this new one, because it doesn't bring too much new things to the table. You have new creatures, of course. You have probably a new faction. I'm not quite sure. There are more factions in the final game that you can choose from than you can choose in this beta, so there are more than 4 factions. But basically the worst thing that I can say about this game is that I don't know what it does better than the old games, apart from maybe the graphics, if you like the graphic style, that is. But apart from that, the game is a Heroes game how you would expect it. Oh, let's try this fight. This might end badly because those are fighters, but yes. Not fighters, but I'm pretty sure they... Oh no, they have daggers. I was sure that they could attack from a distance, but they can't, and that's good. They're pretty fast though. Okay. Oh yeah, see that I thought this was a bow, but it's actually a dagger or a short sword. So let's do the attack. Oh yeah, I just noticed there's one thing that I haven't explained yet in the combat system, which I'm also sure is new. It doesn't work with range attacks. It has to be a melee attack, but I hope I can show you before the fight is actually over. Yeah, so you can see my troglodytes could attack from this tile, which would be a frontal attack, normal, or from this tile, which is already a flanking attack, and from this tile it would be a flanking attack as well. So that means if I attack another creature from the side, the damage modifier, if you see, look at that green number there. I was just pointing at my screen, which is silly because you can't see that. You see that the damage modifier goes up, so that means that the troglodytes will deal more damage if I attack from the side. If I was able to move behind these units, I could do a full flanking attack, which would do even more damage. And I think that's a really nice thing that they added in the game, which makes combat a bit more tactical without being too complicated. Last chance for a hero action. Let's do the hero action. And that was definitely not in Heroes 3, and I'm not sure if that was in Heroes 5, so I really like that new option. You see, the enemy knows about this as well, so he attacked me from the side, but we can do a we cannot do a full flanking attack. Oh, we can do a full flanking attack, which does more than 3 times the damage than it would normally do. And this should be the end of the battle. Yes, indeed. Nice going there. Good stuff. So we lost one troglodyte. I can live with that. And what did we get from this fight? An arcane shrine teaches the visiting hero the spell Vessel of Shalassa, Regeneration and Despair. Yeah, we're gonna take that. And plus, what was it? Or, I guess. Darkstorm learned new spells. That's nice. I cannot see them. But we have another skill point. Yeah, let's go full archery because distance, fighting on a distance is always a good idea in Heroes games. Not enough movement left, but we can return to the city and build another creature den. So we can now hire assassins. Good stuff. So these will wait in the city for now. I could go back with my hero and get them, but as for now, I don't see the need. We can explore a bit more with the hero, and when the week turns to day 7, we can return to the city and actually get the new items from the not items, the new creatures from the new week as well, and start with a much larger army in the second week. There's another thing that I've noticed is that the turns of the computer opponents can take a bit long from time to time, which is not nice. It would be great if they could manage to enhance that loading speed, because this was much faster in the older games. But then again, the older games were two-dimensional and probably didn't have that much to render and stuff. But actually, these players don't have to render anything at all because you don't see them. So that is really something that would not completely turn me off the game, but it would, I don't know, cost me nerves more than it should have to. There's this other thing with Heroes. It is, of course, a Ubisoft game, and that means you have to use the Uplay launcher. I personally choose to not use the Uplay launcher as far as I can avoid it, because I am really not happy with the service that Ubisoft and Uplay provide, because I installed Uplay just for this beta, and I only have the beta installed via Ubisoft Uplay at the moment. I am 150% sure of that. But still, Uplay thinks it has Assassin's Creed 2 and I think Splinter Cell or some Prince of Persia game installed, which is absolutely not the case at all. So for some reason that program is, I don't know, absolutely killing me. But if you have no problem with Uplay, I think you will enjoy the Heroes, the new Heroes game, probably. Or you could just go to another website and get the older Heroes games, which do basically the same thing, and pay less money and not play into the Ubisoft game cards. What am I talking about? I just wanted to riff on Ubisoft, but they can know that I don't like you, Ubisoft. I might like some of your games, but I don't like you. Our third building should be Chamber of Whispers, because I want to see the faceless. I want to see the face of the faceless. New Wade warfare units. Okay, so this is new. Not quite sure what this is. Chamber of Whispers. There is no hero, so we have... Okay, interesting. So this looks like... oh, okay, wait. Can I... Okay, I can do this. Because I'm playing this game in borderless windowed mode, which makes it easier to record. I cannot use the right screen edge to pan the camera, so that was why I was confused. Let's end the turn. So that might actually be something new, that you have certain creatures for siege abilities. Because in the other games you had, I don't know, a catapult for that, and that was basically it. I also have to say I lost completely track of where the Heroes games are going in part of the storyline, because I know that they switched the world or continent that all the games play on from part 4 to part 5. So part 5 takes place in the same universe but in a completely different dimension, world, something, planet. I have no idea how the Heroes games works or how anything of Might and Magic works. I have to say, I've only ever played. I never really played a Might and Magic game, but I've only played the Heroes of Might and Magic games, and yeah, sorry, can't help you with that. Also, I'm taking a look at the clock here. I have to actually get going in a little while, so let's get cracking on this game so we can at least see a little bit more of the map. Let's build another building. Yeah, whatever, let's do the Thieves Guild. Always good to know what your enemies are up to. Oh yeah, I could have shown you this before. You will have noticed that the buildings that we have built can be seen now on this screen. And again, I really like what they did with this. I also really dig the Haven faction city screen, but I'm still not sure if it actually fits the rest of the game. This was, in my opinion, even more apparent when you start with Haven, somewhere here at the top of the map, where you have green hilly landscapes, and that actually fits the city screen of your fortress, but still the art style doesn't fit, in my honest opinion. So let's see if I can actually get cracking in this game. I mean, I could go on and if I actually had the time today, which I don't have not, I could go on and just play the game, but I'm really running out of things to remark about this game because it's good. It's probably fun. You could also play one of the older games. Do whatever you want. It's a good thing that Heroes 7 does not suck. Anyone who says that it sucks is just wants to mindlessly hate on the game and on Ubisoft, and they should learn from me, because I managed to hate on Ubisoft as well, but not let my hate flow into the game. What the hell am I talking about? This doesn't make any sense. But you will probably notice that I'm really running out of things to say about this game. So, it's our turn again. Thank God. Now this is really the only thing that that's really grinding my gears so far. That the turn that you have to wait so long until you're till you can move again. At this point, I really wanna just see how far the map goes. So you see, this was a medium-sized map, and you can see on the mini map how much of the whole map, of the whole campaign, or not campaign, but the whole skirmish map we have discovered. Let's take a look at the Thieves Guild. Okay, that's a nice animation. I like that. Send a spy to gather information. Let's try that. One of your spies is currently gathering that information. Oh, so we could have chosen. That is a nice thing. I like that. That's good. Build another structure. Let's do the marketplace. Marketplace always good. Level 6. Oh, okay, so we can build more stuff. Marketplace is always important. When I was a little kid and played Heroes 3, I always ignored this because I did not understand that, but that was because I was stupid back then. Because the marketplace is really important, because it helps you to keep a good balance with your resources. This is the marketplace? Yeah, that looks nice. Fine, let's end the turn. Also, usually games like these, or especially the Hero series, takes forever. You can spend so much time playing these games, and they are really, really slow burners, which is nice for a change. I really like the fact that these games are not hectic and you can take your time with them and all of that, which is really good. Usually you would go around and see which of these enemies you can defeat, and defeat as many enemies as you can before returning to town, and then come back with a bigger army and then kill more enemies, get all the resources and loot. And of course things get pretty or really, really interesting as soon as you meet enemy players. Also, I am not sure at the moment, but I'm toggle the layer. So, okay, so that takes us to a black screen. Usually in Heroes games, and probably in this game as well, you can go into the underground. So I thought that one of these would be the entrance to the underground, but they probably are not. Very often in these maps you have an entrance to the underground, which is a complete new layer of the map, so basically can duplicate the size of a map if it has an underground layer. And in that layer you can have more cities, more enemies, more random enemies, and more loot, which is always nice to explore, and a really cool thing that they added pretty soon in the Hero series, as far as I know. And it would be great to find out if this map has an underground layer, and if, for example, these holes in the ground correspond to, I don't know, at least light shafts in the underground. But we are not going to have the time for that, because I see that I can only finish this week to show you what happens when a new week comes up before I have to finish this video. So let's take a look at the new creatures. The troglodytes, my personal favorites, which still look way too menacing. Because in Heroes 3, if you had, I don't know, about 300 troglodytes, they look cute in a way, but 300 troglodytes could really wreck some butt, if you were so inclined to say. Turn of player 4. Yeah. There is also the option, I've seen that in the skirmish lobby screen, to turn on simultaneous turns, which I'm not quite sure how that works with, I'm not sure how that works at all, but I think you can then, that every player can do the turns on their own time, but as soon as you meet another player, it turns back to basically what we have now. Not quite sure how much that would speed up the waiting for the other players, but having it this way is really cumbersome to wait for players, and you cannot even see them or see what they're up to. So we have returned to our town to gather the new creatures. We will build probably nothing this day. One thing I noticed is that for some reason, okay, the reason is that I'm stupid because I did not build a town hall to get more gold. But still, I've noticed that in my other matches as well, that it seems that you spend a lot more gold on buildings in this game than in the other games. So we're not going to build anything and just skip this day. So we have at least a little bit of gold left in the next week to get more creatures. Also, I hope that my recording is going to be alright, because I'm doing this again. This is the second video that I'm recording with the game sound and the voice sound separately, and I'm recording my voice with Audacity at the moment. And I deliberately put my microphone on a much lower volume than I usually do. And it looks a bit worryingly low in Audacity right now, but I've read that it is alright, because you shouldn't have these pop effects and what you call it, volume spikes that I have in almost all of my other videos, and that I could also just put up the or push up the volume in Audacity later. So yeah, that was enough talk about sound issues. Let's wait a second. I thought this was... I don't understand what's happening. I was pretty sure that we skipped the last day, so it should be a new week. Also, my movement points weren't full. I don't understand what happened there. So more technical speak, I guess. Yeah, I hope you will notice a difference with the sound levels and sound quality. Please let me know if you like the new sound or do not like the sound, or if you maybe haven't seen this video at all because I didn't publish it because it didn't work. Let me know if that is the case. It's really a thing for itself to find out how to work sound levels and volume levels when recording videos. It's just, you can spend so much time fiddling with that, but it's killing me. And the turn times are killing me. Also, I can say I prepared a coffee before I started this video. I didn't drink a single sip of it. I'm going to do that now, audibly. Because of course it's already cold now. The growth of troglodytes and chthonians is doubled, which is really nice, but also a shame because we have to come to an end with this video. I really wish I had more time because I'm now really in the mood for this video, which was a problem for me when I tried to record this yesterday. Recruit all the creatures. Let's do one last fight against whatever these guys are. The army offers to join the hero for free. This is always very nice. If you have a much larger army than the enemy has, as long as the enemy is a neutral army, there's a chance that they will either flee or want to join you. But we won't have any of that. We want to fight. So, yeah. Start the battle. So these are the enemies. These look like upgraded versions of the assassins. So it's a good thing that we have a larger army now. Backstab. Let's do a backstab full flanking thing. Okay. Interesting. Not quite sure what to make of that, but... no. Let's do this. Another full flanking mode. See, this is really interesting if you can basically juggle the enemy between your units. Let's attack those. Last chance for hero action. Yes, attack. No. Hero attack these. And the troglodytes do a flanking attack. Good stuff. Oh, we get another attack. Turn 2. And we won the fight. Good thing. So you saw a couple more units at least. I really hope this gave you a good first impression, at least. A very, very rough first impression of Heroes of Might and Magic 7. As I said, it's really not a bad game. It's a shame that it runs via Uplay. I would love it if Ubisoft just got off their high horse and just put the game up on Steam and just let their Ubisoft Play launcher die, because it's really not, doesn't do anything better than Steam or other clients do. But apart from that, the game is so far looking good. It's reminding me actually a whole lot about of Heroes 5, which I liked. Heroes 3 and 5 are my favorite Heroes of Might and Magic games, and this so far looks great. Also, I just noticed that the music, I'm not quite sure, but I think that could be a remaster, or maybe I'm just hearing things now, but that sounds really similar to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 music, which is a good thing. Yeah, so far the game looks good. I hope you got an impression and can make up your mind whether you like this game or not, and want to have keep an eye on it or something like that. Sorry that this video couldn't go on longer, but it probably went on for too long anyway. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!